Florida added 1,000 new residents every single day for the last 4 years. 1,000 people a day. That means new houses, new cars, new kids showing up at school on the first day of August. And in most of these towns, nobody was ready. The roads were not ready. The schools were not ready. The hospitals were not ready. The water was not ready. Florida sold the dream and then handed people the bill. These are 10 Florida towns where everyone is moving, but nothing is ready. Number 10, Lakeland. Lakeland Regional Medical Center handled 211,801 emergency room visits in 2024. That is the second busiest emergency room in the entire United States. Not second in Florida, second in the country. The only hospital ahead of it is a level 1 trauma center in Dallas. Lakeland is a mid-size Florida city. It was not built for this. Chief Medical Officer Timothy Regan points to roughly 100,000 uninsured residents in Polk County and a growing senior population as the drivers. Orlando Health is now spending hundreds of millions of dollars building a brand new hospital just for Lakeland because the math on beds to residents has completely collapsed. And then there are the schools. Polk County just voted unanimously to rezone all 16 of its high schools because growth overwhelmed every boundary line the district drew. Superintendent Fred Hyde admitted that even after the rezoning, 60 to 70% of the overcrowding problem remains. Lakeland sits on Interstate 4, the most dangerous highway in the United States by fatal accidents per mile. That road carries over 200,000 vehicles a day through Polk County. It was not designed for that, and the county is now in its second consecutive year of extreme drought. Polk was under a modified Phase 3 water shortage in 2025 and again in 2026. The aquifer cannot keep up. A $464 million wellfield project is under construction because Polk County can no longer rely on the groundwater beneath it. Number 9, Clermont, State Road 50 through Clermont carries 60,000 vehicles every single day between US 27 and the Florida Turnpike. That is not a number the road was built for. Lake County faces a $710 million shortfall in road funding. Commissioner Sean Parks, who supported much of the development that created this problem, admitted publicly that he is a little surprised that Florida has grown the way it has. The new expressway connecting Lake and Orange counties is 2 to 3 years from completion, minimum. In the meantime, one arterial road is absorbing the traffic of a city that has grown 250% since the year 2000. Clermont is running out of road before it runs out of building permits. Number 8, Kissimmee, pronounced Kissimmee, not Kiss-E-Me. Every overcrowded school in Osceola County and every high school in the district is projected to be over capacity within 5 years. The district needs $137 million to fix it, but it has only $8.5 million. Board Chair Jay Wheeler put it plainly, we need a new high school right now. The money just is not there. Osceola High School in Kissimmee is already running 300 students over its design capacity. A junior at the school described classes with only 1 or 2 teachers for a room full of students. The water authority serving Kissimmee and the surrounding region is raising rates by 7.5% annually through 2028 to build a 400 million gallon reservoir just to stay ahead of demand. The main road through Kissimmee, US 192, sees over 50,000 vehicles a day, and one commuter who has driven the corridor for decades said a minor fender bender causes hours of delay. Advent Health Kissimmee just expanded to 282 beds, and the CEO said at the opening that she never would have imagined the hospital would need to expand this quickly. Kissimmee is a town that cannot build schools, cannot widen roads, and cannot produce enough water fast enough to keep up with the people already living there. Number 7, Wesley Chapel. Wesley Chapel was farmland and orange trees 30 years ago. Today, it has 4 hospitals under construction or operating, including a $330 million Johns Hopkins facility because 93% of children in the surrounding counties currently travel outside the area for specialty medical care. The schools hit 143% of capacity at Wiregrass Ranch High School. One elementary school hit 169%. The district is building a new high school 2 full years ahead of schedule because it cannot wait. Superintendent John Legg said he cannot rezone East Pasco into West Pasco because the geography is too big and the drive is an hour and a half on a good day. The planned upgrade to State Road 54 at US 41 nearly doubled in cost in 2 years, from $260 million to $516 million before a single lane opened. Wesley Chapel is still technically unincorporated. It is an entire city of 80,000 people with no city government of its own, absorbing thousands of new residents a year, and the county is the one trying to hold all of it together. Number 6. Port St. Lucie. The school superintendent used 4 words to describe what growth has done to St. Lucie County's schools: busting at the seams. Enrollment jumped 14% in 4 years. New Legacy High School opened in August 2025 with a capacity of 1,859 students and was already at capacity before the year ended. Western Grove K-8 is under construction for 2026 because there is nowhere left to put new students. And then there is Interstate 95. Port St. Lucie is one of the fastest growing large cities in the United States, and Interstate 95 through St. Lucie County is still only 3 lanes. A commuter named Bob Zeno, who has driven the route between Jensen Beach and West Palm Beach for 33 years, described a commute that used to take 35 to 45 minutes and now takes 2 hours. He said he will be dead before the road is fixed, and he is selling his home. The new Marshall Parkway interchange he needs is not funded until 2041 to 2050. City Council member David Pickett said it plainly: this interchange is needed now, not 2040. We are halfway through this list, and the towns ahead have numbers that are harder to believe than the ones you just heard. We already covered the Florida towns that doubled in population in just the last few months, and the numbers there showed you what explosive growth looks like from the outside. This list shows you what it costs on the inside. Hit subscribe and stay with us, because number 1 on this list is the town where the springs are literally running dry. Number 5, Palm Coast. Flagler County grew 21.7% between 2020 and 2025. That is the 6th fastest growth rate of any county in Florida. Palm Coast went from having 1 hospital to having 2. After Advent, Health spent $167 million opening a second campus in 2023, specifically because the first one was running over capacity in its emergency department. The new hospital's first year of operation saw 30,000 emergency room patients. Flagler County is 31.8% seniors, which is one of the highest concentrations of elderly residents in the state. There is 1 highway connecting most of Palm Coast to everything else, US 1. 5 overlapping Florida Department of Transportation projects are active on that corridor right now. The Matanzas Palm Coast Parkway connector loop alone carries a $125 million price tag. The city is trying to build its way out of a traffic problem created by the same growth that brought the residents who are now stuck in it. Number 4, Nocatee. In St. Johns County. Say it correctly, Knock-a-Tee. Creekside High School was built for 1,500 students at a cost of $65 million. It currently enrolls more than 2,500. That is 170% of its designed capacity, and it opened only a few years ago. Pine Island Academy in Nocatee was built for under 1,500 students and now holds more than 2,000. St. Johns County added 69,000 residents in 5 years and projects another 66,000 in the next 5. The district is building 5 new schools in 3 years and still cannot keep up. Former Superintendent Tim Forson said that if you are a family moving into the county, there is a great chance your child will be rezoned between kindergarten and 12th grade. County Road 210, the main artery connecting Nocatee to Interstate 95, is already at capacity, and a widening project originally due in fall 2025 was pushed to spring 2026 because of utility conflicts and weather delays. State Road 207 is requesting widening to 6 lanes because the traffic volume has reached the capacity of the existing 4-lane facility. A county commissioner admitted he gets stuck in traffic in those peak hours every morning and every evening. Number 3. Northport. LendingTree ranked the Northport Metro the 3rd fastest growing boomtown in the entire country in its 2025 report, behind only Austin and Orlando. The planned Welland Park community alone is designed for 77,000 residents. A multi-year reconstruction of the Interstate 75 interchange at Sumter Boulevard just started, with completion not expected until early 2027. Sarasota Memorial Hospital reported that time from arrival to hospital bed is up 43% since 2022. The hospital director said she has personally never seen emergency room wait times this high in her entire career. She explicitly named population growth as the cause. Number 2. Lakewood Ranch and the Bradenton area. Lakewood Ranch has been the #1 selling master-planned community in the United States for 7 consecutive years. The community covers 55 square miles and has roughly 74,000 residents. Manatee County issued more than 7,400 new residential building permits in 2024 alone, a surge of 42% year over year. And then the water emergency arrived. In January 2026, the Southwest Florida Water Management District declared a modified Phase 2 severe water shortage for Manatee County. In April 2026, it escalated to modified Phase 3, extreme. Lake Manatee, which supplies 2/3 of the county's drinking water, sat at historically low levels. The region recorded its 10th driest year in 130 years. Residents can now water lawns only once a week between midnight and 4 in the morning. This is not a future problem. It is happening right now in the fastest-selling master-planned community in the country. Number 1. Spring Hill in Hernando County. Say the spring name correctly, Weeki Wachee. Weeki Wachee. Weeki Wachee Springs has been flowing for thousands of years. The historic average flow, measured from 1917 to 1974, was 176 cubic feet per second. Today, the spring runs at approximately 109 cubic feet per second. That is 38% below its historical average. On December 12, 2025, Florida State Parks suspended the Weeki Wachee Wilderness River Cruise during daytime hours because the water level was too low to run the boats. The kiddie pool at Buccaneer Bay is closed indefinitely. This is not an ancient slow decline. Spring Hill has 30 active Class A subdivisions right now with nearly 6,000 new dwelling units under construction. Hernando County has been under the strictest permanent watering restrictions in the Southwest Florida Water Management District since 2010, just 1 day of outdoor watering per week. Per capita water use is still climbing. New subdivision homes. Average 170 gallons per day, some over 200. The county is building thousands of new homes around a spring system that is already running at 62% of its historic flow. The spring is one of the most filmed, most recognized natural landmarks in Florida. It is disappearing while new rooftops go up all around it. Florida's infrastructure report card from the American Society of Civil Engineers gave the state a C+ overall in December 2025. Schools got a D+. The Central Florida Water Plan projects a shortage of 96 million gallons per day by 2045 if the state cannot complete 167 separate water supply projects in time. The people are already here. The roads and schools and hospitals and springs are trying to catch up. In most of these towns, they are not catching up. They are falling further behind every month. Drop a comment and tell us which of these towns you are watching, or if you are already living in one of them. Are you seeing the strain where you live right now? And if you want to understand why so many people are still moving to Florida despite all of this, the towns that doubled in size in the last few months show you exactly what is pulling them in before the problems catch up with them.